Alright, here's what we're getting into today. So far, taking off the breather cover, the breather housing, so we could get to this little jewel here. As you can see, it's ripped and it was just sucking air in. So we're gonna go ahead and finish taking the carb off. Gotta undo the choke from that end over there. We'll pull that out together and undo the throttle cable, which is right there. I've already undone the one fuel line, and then we're gonna get behind to that Y bridge intake right there. And we're gonna replace the gaskets and everything on it, just so we can eliminate all issues. Nothing wrong with carburetor. The carburetor's still running good. So let me get the stuff taken off, and then I'll cut you back on so you can see the Y bridge and everything. There you are. You got a Allen head there, Allen head there. There's gonna be one on both sides of the other side. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come around here. I'm gonna go ahead and take our horn off, get it out of the way, then we can get right there to those two Allen heads. Shouldn't be an issue. Let me get horn taken off. All it is take this one bolt off here, and it comes off the bracket, and we actually have a new cover for it too, so we'll go ahead and replace that to get rid of this pitting, since we got to take it off. I'll get that all dialed in and I'll cut you back on. Got her out of there. I don't know if y'all can see those. Just got to loosen them, and they should slide off of it once we take that off. Take off the other two completely, and those should just slide right out.
That's what she said.
Alright, so you take these two out for the front, or I guess right side. You loosen those two back there because it has these little slots. Okay, so what you're going to need is you're going to need a 1/4 inch with a swivel for the right side, and then you're going to want just a regular 1/4 inch Allen wrench. That way you can get in there because of how tight it is. I mean, you might be able to get a smaller socket with a swivel or something along those lines, but this is what's worked for me. So, and then what we're going to do is you pull these down, and we're replacing these little O-ring gaskets. We're going to replace them on both sides. So we'll replace that. Oh, damn. Okay, so we've got a new one of those. I don't know the exact name for this gasket, so but it's basically what holds the carburetor. So this will basically fit in there like that, and it holds to the front face of this until you get your bolts in to hold it through the breather. And then there's our Y bridge. So those just go in there like that, and they seal on the inside of this here, because that slides on there just like that. So, and then your carburetor will mount to the front face of that. It's real simple, honestly. But let me get all that put back together on that Y bridge, get that Y bridge put up there. The other side is the pain in the ass. You get to do that by hand.
Oh, boy!
But what we're gonna do is we're gonna tighten them all down as far as we can with our fingers. I'm gonna have to do this with 2 hands, so I'll have to cut y'all back on. Alright, Y bridge back on. So our next step is we're gonna put our new gasket on it, obviously. Put the new gasket on it. So it's all good. We got new seals. Everything is situated. So now we're going to take this carburetor. We're going to put the throttle cable bracket back on, hook the throttle cables up, put the little breather hose on, get the choke running through over to where the choke goes, and we'll push it into place. So there's 2 screws that hold the bracket on for the throttle cables. And then it goes right here. So you got 1 screw right there, 1 screw right there. And then you've got 2 throttle cables, one to, basically accelerate and the other to decelerate. There we go. Got that. So our next step is going to be putting this right there. Obviously, get bolted down nice and tight. Make sure everything's in there all good. Double check our gasket. So there's our new gasket. Everything's looking pretty good. Nothing to it but to do it, boy.
That is correct.
I'm gonna clean some of this up while we've got it taken apart. You're all cleaned up so that when the breather goes back on, it's clean behind it. Well, that side's all done. Got that put back together. There's the housing, and put the filter on. Around here, I think we got left to do. Put our horn back on, and then hook the choke back up where it goes. And then I pulled that 1 wire off the coil over there just to make it easier to get to. But we have a brand new horn cover for it. It was a factory takeoff. That way we can keep that factory look. Got the horn switched over. Now we just gotta change this bracket here, switch it over, and we'll hook her back up. And then all that you do for the choke, you gotta make sure to find the correct direction. Slider.
What an odd thing to say.
There we go. Nice and straight. Alright, when you finish putting this together, I'll catch you back on so we can get that on. There it is, guys. It's all put back together. It's been a little bit since I did it. After some further examination, we found that it's the head gasket blowing air. So stay tuned for that video. We started taking everything back down, and it's got a little small leak coming from right in here. So that'll be our next video for the Fat Boy. But as always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and hope we were able to help you with your project. Thank you.